Hello, Florance. Welcome to the Pink Kitchen Sink. How are
Thank
you?
you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having
Good.
me.
I love your dress, I have to say.
Thank
It's
you
a
so much.
gorgeous, gorgeous dress, and it's so perfect for the name of your company, Happy Rose.
Yeah, it's an happy dress, right?
Listen, you can't get happier, and I love it because you know what? Here we are in the thick of winter, and everybody's in black, gray, brown, beige, and but this is just like
And
it's a perfect dress for the occasion, number one, but it's also a happy reminder that you know what, it doesn't matter what season it is. Break out the flowers, break out the colors. You're perfectly dressed for today.
happy you, happy life. That's my motto.
I actually really love that and I live by that. And I think that that's why you and I, the first day that we spoke, we connected so strongly because I think we have a very similar energy. It's one that, it's a giving and a loving and a happy, natural just essence. And so we don't need a real reason to be happy. So anyhow,
No,
let's talk about
no.
Happy Rose, which is your company,
Just
which thank you for partnering with the Pink Kitchen Sink. We saw you on Channel 5. We absolutely loved you from second one that we saw your interview, and we were super excited to speak to you and finally bring you on board onto the platform, onto the Pink Kitchen Sink. So welcome. And without further ado, I'd like to know a little bit about how you became Happy Rose, and I'd like for our community to get involved in your story. So if you could please start telling us exactly.
absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate it. So, my name is Florence. I go by Flo, Florence Lamar Rosemont. I'm a registered nurse and also a certified aromatherapist. So, I'm a formulator also because I create my own formulation, and that's why I do a lot of custom.
Gotcha.
So, when I left Haiti, I went to Canada, and from Canada, I came to the United States. Um,
Were you a
and
nurse in Haiti or like were you a nurse in Haiti and then you came here and
no, no.
studied again? Like how did it happen?
That will be another story, but I can tell you briefly that I was an architect, and
Architect. Okay.
that's how I get all my creativity, my leadership, because I used to create and build houses. Then we had some political issues, and I'm like, oh, I can do anything else. And I became a medical representative. I have solid training. I was going overseas to have trainings. And then when 80 started to be really unsafe for me, at this time I thought it was unsafe, and I left and I went to Canada. So that was the shock of culture, the weather,
Weather. We
very
said that at
cold.
the same time.
Hello, my Canadian friends.
Yes, we love Canada. I used to go for the jazz festival every year and I
Very
absolutely
nice.
I love it, love it, love it. But that weather is it's hard for a Caribbean person to just pick up and just go and live there. So
That was
yeah.
hard. That was hard, but I learned.
Yeah.
Then my husband was my high school sweetheart. We reconnected, and he was living in the US in Maryland. So that's why I moved to Maryland.
Okay.
And the condition, I said, if I am coming, I have to go back to school. And
Okay.
he agreed. So that's why I did the LPN. That was 1 year program, very like challenging for me with my minimal
People
English. You
don't
can,
realize how hard it is to be an LPN, to be any form of level of nurse. It's just the studying. I know a lot of people who've
a
done it,
lot.
and it's super intense. For you to do that in a year is insane.
In 1 year,
Yeah,
every day,
it's a lot.
no holidays, we were going to school every day. So
Were you
my
working while you were
challenge,
doing that or not?
say it again.
Were you working while?
No, no, full time. That was my
Okay.
condition with my husband. So
Okay.
full time student. I
Yes.
was a full
Yes.
time nursing
Yes.
student, going every day to school, and challenging because it was my first time living with my husband and my kids, and going to school looking for the highways, getting lost and all this. Okay, so that will be another interview.
That's
Okay.
another interview. That's a whole other day. But But yes, I can relate. I can understand. You're in a
Exactly.
new place, new um I guess
Language.
career choice and path and study, and
A
then you have your
lot.
children and you have a new husband, and so a lot of newness. So
A
from
lot of things.
there, and from there you decided, okay, so you started working as an LPN here in the US, am I
For
correct?
a few years, I did like 5 or 6 years as an LPN. Then my brain get tired and bored, and I went back to school. But back to school means another full-time student. So
Okay.
I had to cut on my hours at work. And because I was very picky with my skin. I was using a lot of very expensive products. So I started doing natural things, and I saw that it was working. When I finished the nursing, I started doing the aromatherapy because I have one-time class, like 1 or 2 hours. I was hooked, wanted more, went back to do my certification. That was 750 hours.
Okay.
I passed 7 case studies. That means you pick 7 different subjects and 7 different person, and you blend a formula for them, and you see how is it going, and you give your report, then you have the test. My God, I don't know how I survived all this, but I
You
did.
survived it because you know what? I think you had a mission. I think you had a goal. I think it sounds to me like you knew while you were, studying, you used to wear all these expensive creams and you decided, you know what? I need to go a little less expensive and I need to find alternative ways in which to treat my skin. And because in Haiti, I mean, many people may not know this, but in Haiti, we do use a lot of very natural remedies for our
Yes.
skin. I remember using argile, which is clay when I was younger. I remember l'huile palmas Christi. I remember, just when we had a stomach ache, we would use Ricles de Motte. We had a lot of
The
proven
garlic
garlic,
tea.
yes. I mean, a lot of things that we used worked so well and work till this day. So I think that you were on the right track when you were saying like, you used to use all these expensive products and you had to, basically readjust because you were no longer, bringing in the bacon as much as you were in order
Yeah.
to study. So you had to readjust and you realize these things still work and they're still tried and true and you can bring them to the masses. So that's where Happy Rose came from, in essence, is from
Yes.
your knowledge that you had, but then you realize you had to learn more. You had to go back to school and
Exactly.
really get the certifications because here in the US, you do have to be
Yes.
certified and you do, in
Yes.
order to be able to sell and what have you, you have to have a certain knowledge base. But like you said, you were curious and you also were following an inner organic joy whenever you were in these classes. And I remember our first conversation, you said you were always so happy and you always loved what you were learning.
That's my happy place right
Okay,
there.
and that's where it came from. That's your happy place. Yeah, so
That's
Happy
my
Rose.
lab, by the way. That's where I blend. After a day of work, I don't mind. I will take a shower and come here. And if I don't have any orders, because I blend by order, so I don't
Yes.
do mass production. If I don't have any orders, I will go to my computer, look at the formulas, look at my info code, see how I can make them better. So I said I'm very creative, and that's true. I'm always creating something.
So have you right now with the clientele that you've amassed, because I know that through your interview with Channel 5, I saw that, you're at two stores, two brick and mortar stores where you're selling to people on the outside that are getting to know Happy Rose via these stores. Now, for us here on the Pink Kitchen Sink and our community, I know that you manufacture per order. So it's going to remain that way, or are you going to, because I don't know a lot about the shelf life of the products that you have, but our community may order a little bit more at a time. So, can you tell us? So, you're going to industrialize a little bit what Happy Rose stands for now, because with this exposure that you're getting a lot more orders, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken.
so your question, I really like it because that will bring me to talk about my other certification. as a natural preservative because I'm all about natural. And if I'm using water in my formulas, I have to preserve them. And I didn't want to do a chemical preservation. So I took a class for natural preservative. So whatever toner, lotion, everything that is based with water, I have to preserve them. So there's no concern about this. And the other thing, um, I'm not doing mass production, but I'm doing enough so things can get going because of the two brick and mortar that I have now.
Yes.
So I have like more orders going on, and my deodorant is my number one. So I'm making a lot of deodorant. Um,
And I'm testing it right now, and I actually really, really like it. So that let's keep that because I use a certain natural deodorant and
Yay.
now I'm trying yours out, and I think it's so far it's working beautifully. So we'll keep the community up to breast on that. And we're going to be very honest. This is what part of the Pink Kitchen Sink is that honesty propels you to be even better. So if it's not working, I will let you know, I will let the community know, and you will go back to the drawing board and work it. And I have to
And
say,
see what's not going.
you got it. And I'm very grateful that you're actually putting yourself out there. And I think that that's what the essence and the truth is about the Pink Kitchen Sink is that whatever vendor comes on the Pink Kitchen Sink, you are exposing yourself to the truth of the community. And you
Mhm.
are going to always make yourself better and stronger and more successful as a result of that. So I thank you because it's not an easy thing to do. So thank you for coming on and being that vendor who's willing to progress via the voice. So
Yes, and I think any review or any feedback should be positive. Or you don't like something, or you think that's something else, but there's always room for growth.
improvement. Yeah.
So, yeah, and I'm open. Like, I don't think that my formulas are set for stone and I cannot change anything. But if something is not working and I hear the same thing over and over, of course, I will listen. So that's why I wanted to be there. Like, kill me. Kill
I love
me.
it, love it, love it, love it. Kill you with kindness and information. And you know what?
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. We are energizing each other. And I really would love to continue this particular conversation. But what I'd like to do even more is have you on again so that we can talk about the product itself that you're going to be launching on the Pink Kitchen Sink. I know you have the deodorant, and I know you have these beautiful aromatherapeutic inhalers that we were discussing, which I love. And also we have talked about a couple other things. I won't put it all out there. I'll let it organically. You and I are making the decision as to still which ones we're going to launch, but we should have the answer in a couple days. So how about we have another call and bring what we are going to introduce our community to in terms of the
I
Happy
will love
line.
to. I feel like I have so much to say, so much to give, and a lot of education. I want to empower every woman in that community to know what is the other alternative for whatever concern you have. I feel like I have so much knowledge and I should be giving it, should share with us.
Love it.
I think God put Monica on my way so we can take
Absolutely.
care of people.
Yes.
And I am a loving person. I love people. It's not because I'm a nurse. It's because I'm Florence. I'm Flo.
It's you. It's you. You exude
That's
that. You exude it through and through, and there's no question about it. And I think everybody at the end of this camera or on the opposite side or the other side of the camera will know and feel you. And that's what drew me to you. I love your energy. I love what you have to offer because I'm big in aromatherapy. I had in my past life, I had a nail spa and we used aromatherapy for many things. So I've always
wow.
been drawn to
That's
the
great.
natural because I grew up in Haiti like you, and I've brought it with me, and I think that our community is going to love you and love what you have to offer. And with that said, I'm super excited about the next
Me
interview.
too.
And thank you, Florence, for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I look forward to our next convo and to bringing the community into the Happy Rose and Happy Place sector.
Same here. I'm very happy, very excited. Well, you can tell that I'm happy, right?
And
And I
that
can't wait
dress,
to
oh my goodness, I love that dress. You have no idea how much like that dress to me represents you. It's not even
well,
like,
thank you.
it's perfect. It's
It
perfect.
wasn't intentional. It was the first one that came in my closet.
Love it. All right. On that note, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Florence, and I look forward to having you on in a couple days again. Everybody,
Thank
this
you
is
so
Florence
much.
from Happy Rose. Stay tuned. A lot of exciting things to come. See you soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.